Staying in the Rainbow Nation, residents of Diepsloot, north of Johannesburg, are blaming illegal migrants or immigrants now for the high levels of crime following the recent killings of 7 people who were burnt to death by community members. Recently, the area has seen an increase in violent crimes, including murder, rape and assault. The residents want undocumented immigrants deported. Meanwhile, Provincial Police Commissioner Elias Mawela says the community is not doing enough to help the police curb crime in the area. At this point, to discuss more on this, I'm being joined by Bongani, Mazwi, Mkwananzi, Zimbabwe, in South Africa community leader. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about this. You might need to unmute your device so that we can hear you properly.
All right. Well, we tend to forget to do this. Thanks very much for the welcome and thanks to the listeners.
Yeah, of course. It's a pleasure having you around, Bongani. So can you actually share your thoughts on the recent incident of mob justice in Diepsloot, where 7 people were said to have been burnt to death? And what factors would you say contributed to such heinous acts?
Look, we got this information that 7 people were killed and burnt, and 2 of them are Zimbabwean nationals, and they apparently were going to church. Look, the Diepsloot issue has been a long-standing issue. I was once attacked in Diepsloot. We were addressing almost a near similar case where vigilante groups killed Elvis Nyati. Now, it was seen that the crime in the area is causing vigilantism as well. And this is becoming quite a problem because vigilantism is wrong and it's unlawful, and it prevents the thorough course of justice. So when we look at this issue, we look at a very multifaceted issue which involves many elements in society.
Well, you said that you were once attacked also in Diepsloot. So what's your perspective on the labeling now of crime on Diepsloot and the common perception that you think African or other foreigners would have for this particular area, looking at the issue of crime being perpetrated or attacks being perpetrated on innocent citizens?
Look, I think we first must admit that there is some elements of criminality being done by migrants in that community. We did some consultations at some point. We held some meetings. We tried to create an anti-crime forum there. And some of the residents would tell us that your people are doing crime. There is a clique of Zimbabweans there who are said to be doing crime. We, however, worry when all crime is labeled instead of looked at as an issue that affects society and an issue of crime. So the Diepsloot issue really needs all communities and all stakeholders to start to get involved in the dealing with this crime.
Before I let you go, now there's this, actually 2 things. There's this notion that it is not the citizens in Diepsloot that are the ones perpetrating these crimes or attacking people, that it is foreigners that are actually attacking people. I'd like you to just clarify that. And 2, what are the steps you think can be taken to address the underlying cause of criminal activities and the attack on people in Diepsloot?
Diepsloot is a mixed community of many nationals, including locals. And I guess the proportions will then speak to whatever societal activity is happening. In an area where there's such a mix, we would get foreigners or migrants also being part of the people who do crime. But what actually needs to be done is that all stakeholders must appreciate that crime affects the victim the same way, whether perpetrated by a local, whether perpetrated by a migrant. When a victim is attacked or robbed or whichever way, it should not become a matter of nationalities, but it should be a matter where the community as a whole comes together to say we cannot accept crime. And then, as we had tried to previously do, we had tried to build anti-crime committees there in Diepsloot, and their purpose was that within each community, people know each other better, and we would create interactions with the South African police. We had quite before lockdown, we were going to do a roadshow there. But then when we organize some of these community members, when we approach them, they are afraid to go to the police. One would also appreciate that we have an issue of other people being undocumented there who are afraid to approach the authorities, even if crime is perpetrated on them, even if they are witnesses of seeing the perpetrators of crime, they feel unsafe. They complain that they go to the police, the police actually even tell the criminals apparently that so-and-so is the one who told us that you are doing this. And they become even more afraid. So we need to create relationships of trust. And we need to then, especially the local communities, to understand that while these migrants are still within their communities, it is better that they integrate them in a fashion that they are able to report crime, to police crime, to be part of the anti-crime activities.
Well, we just hope that there will be lasting solutions to ensure peace and mutual coexistence in the Diepsloot community. Bongani, Mkwananzi, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much, and I hope some action is truly taken and the society is integrated to deal with the crime. We all are anti-crime.
Of course. Thank you so much.